Chapter 16. In the 17th year of Pekah, the son of Remaliah, Ahaz, the son of Jotham, king of Judah, began to reign. 20 years old was Ahaz when he began to reign, and reigned 16 years in Jerusalem, and did not that which was right in the sight of the Lord his God, like David his father. But he walked in the way of the kings of Israel, yea, and made his son to pass through the fire, according to the abominations of the heathen, whom the Lord cast out from before the children of Israel. And he sacrificed and burnt incense in the high places, and on the hills, and under every green tree. Then Rezin king of Syria and Pekah, son of Remaliah king of Israel, came up to Jerusalem to war. And they besieged Ahaz, but could not overcome him. At that time Rezin king of Syria recovered Elath to Syria, and drave the Jews from Elath, and the Syrians came to Elath, and dwelt there unto this day. So Ahaz sent messengers to Tiglath-Pileser king of Assyria, saying, I am thy servant and thy son, come up, and save me out of the hand of the king of Syria, and out of the hand of the king of Israel, which rise up against me. And Ahaz took the silver and gold that was found in the house of the Lord, and in the treasures of the king's house, and sent it for a present to the king of Assyria. And the king of Assyria hearkened unto him, for the king of Assyria went up against Damascus, and took it, and carried the people of it captive to Kir, and slew Rezin. And King Ahaz went to Damascus, to meet Tiglath-Pileser king of Assyria, and saw an altar that was at Damascus. And King Ahaz sent to Urijah the priest the fashion of the altar, and the pattern of it, according to all the workmanship thereof. And Urijah the priest built an altar according to all that King Ahaz had sent from Damascus. So Urijah the priest made it against King Ahaz, came from Damascus. And when the king was come from Damascus, the king saw the altar, and the king approached to the altar, and offered thereon. And he burnt his burnt offering and his meat offering, and sprinkled the blood of his peace offerings upon the altar. And he brought also the brazen altar, which was before the Lord, from the forefront of the house, from between the altar and the house of the Lord, and put it on the north side of the altar. And King Ahaz commanded Urijah the priest, saying, Upon the great altar burn the morning burnt offering, and the evening meat offering, and the king's burnt sacrifice, and his meat offering, with the burnt offering of all the people of the land, and their meat offering, and their drink offerings, and sprinkle upon it all the blood of the burnt offering, and all the blood of the sacrifice, and the brazen altar shall be for me to inquire by. Thus did Urijah the priest, according to all that King Ahaz commanded. And King Ahaz cut off the borders of the bases, and removed the laver from off them, and took down the sea from off the brazen oxen that were under it, and put it upon a pavement of stones, and the covert for the Sabbath that they had built in the house, and the king's entry without, turned he from the house of the Lord for the king of Assyria. Now the rest of the acts of Ahaz which he did, are they not written in the book of the chronicles of the kings of Judah? And Ahaz slept with his fathers, and was buried with his fathers in the city of David, and Hezekiah his son reigned in his stead. Chapter 17. In the 12th year of Ahaz king of Judah began Hoshea, the son of Elah, to reign in Samaria over Israel 9 years. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, but not as the kings of Israel that were before him. Against him came up Shalmaneser, king of Assyria. And Hoshea became his servant, and gave him presents. And the king of Assyria found conspiracy in Hoshea, for he had sent messengers to So king of Egypt, and brought no present to the king of Assyria, as he had done year by year. Therefore the king of Assyria shut him up, and bound him in prison. Then the king of Assyria came up throughout all the land. In the 9th year of Hoshea the king of Assyria took Samaria, and placed them in Hala and in Habor by the river of Gozan. For so it was, that the children of Israel had sinned against the Lord their God, and walked in the statutes of the heathen. And the children of Israel did secretly those things that were not right against the Lord their God. And they set them up images and groves in every high hill, and there they burnt incense in all the high places. For they served idols, whereof the Lord had said unto them, Yet the Lord testified against Israel, and which I sent to you by my servants the prophets. Notwithstanding they would not hear, like to the neck of their fathers. And they rejected his statutes, that they should, and they left all the commandments of the Lord their God, and they caused their sons and their daughters to pass through the fire. Therefore the Lord was very angry with Israel. And the Lord rejected all the seed of Israel, for he rent Israel from the house of David. For the children of Israel walked in all the sins of Jeroboam, which he did, until the Lord removed Israel out of his sight. So was Israel carried away out of their own land to Assyria unto this day. And the king of Assyria brought men from Babylon, and placed them in the cities of Samaria, instead of the children of Israel. And they possessed Samaria, and so it was at the beginning of their dwelling there. Wherefore they spake to the king of Assyria, saying, The nations which thou hast removed, and placed in the cities of Samaria. Then the king of Assyria commanded, saying, Carry thither one of the priests whom ye brought from thence. Then one of the priests, whom they had carried away from Samaria, came and dwelt in Bethel. Howbeit every nation made gods of their own. And the men of Babylon made Succoth-Beneth, and the Avites made Nibhess and Tartek. So they feared the Lord, they feared the Lord. Unto this day they do after the former manners. They fear not the Lord, with whom the Lord had made a covenant, but the Lord, who brought you up out of the land of Egypt with great power and a stretched out arm, and the statutes, and the ordinances, and the covenant that I have made with you, ye shall not forget, neither shall ye fear other gods. But the Lord your God ye shall fear. And he shall deliver you out of the hand of all your enemies. Howbeit they did not hearken, but they did after their former manner. So these nations feared the Lord, and served their graven images, both their children, and their children's children, as did their fathers. Chapter 18. Now it came to pass, in the 3rd year of Hoshea son of Elah king of Israel, 25 years old was he when he began to reign. His mother's name also was Abi, the daughter of Zechariah. And he did that which was right in the sight of the Lord. He removed the high places that Moses had made. For unto those days the children of Israel did burn incense to it, and he called it Nehushtan. He trusted in the Lord God of Israel. So that after him was none like him among all the kings of Judah, for he clave to the Lord. And the Lord was with him. And he prospered whithersoever he went forth. And he rebelled against the king of Assyria. He smote the Philistines, even unto Gaza, and the borders thereof, from the tower of the watchman to the fenced city. And it came to pass in the 4th year of King Hezekiah, which was the 7th year of Hoshea son of Elah, king of Israel, that Shalmaneser king of Assyria came up against Samaria, and besieged it. And at the end of 3 years they took it. Even in the 6th year of Hezekiah, that is the 9th year of Hoshea king of Israel, Samaria was taken. And the king of Assyria did carry away Israel unto Assyria, and put them in Hala, and in Habor by the river of Gozan, and in the cities of the Medes, because they obeyed not the voice of the Lord their God, but transgressed his covenant, and all that Moses the servant of the Lord commanded, and would not hear them, nor do them. Now in the 14th year of King Hezekiah did Sennacherib, king of Assyria, come up against all the fenced cities of Judah, and took them. And Hezekiah king of Judah sent to the king of Assyria to Lachish, saying, I have offended, return from me, that which thou puttest on me will I bear. And the king of Assyria appointed unto Hezekiah king of Judah 300 talents of silver, and 30 talents of gold. And Hezekiah gave him all the silver that was found in the house of the Lord, and in the treasures of the king's house. At that time did Hezekiah cut off the gold from the doors of the temple of the Lord, and from the pillars which Hezekiah king of Judah had overlaid, and the king of Assyria sent Tartan and Rabsaris and Rabshakeh from Lachish to King Hezekiah with a great host against Jerusalem. And they went up and came to Jerusalem. And when they were come up, they came and stood by the conduit of the upper pool. And when they had called to the king, there came out to them Eliakim the son of Hilkiah, and Rabshakeh said unto them, What confidence is this, wherein thou trustest? Thou sayest, but they are but vain words. I have counsel and strength for the war. Now on whom dost thou trust, that thou rebellest against me? Now, behold, thou trustest upon the staff of this bruised reed. But if ye say unto me, We trust in the Lord our God, is not that he that shall worship before this altar in Jerusalem? Now therefore, I pray thee, give pledges to my lord the king of Assyria. How then wilt thou turn away the face of one captain of the least of my master's servants, and put thy trust on Egypt for chariots and for horsemen? Am I now come up without the Lord against this place to destroy it? The Lord said to me, Go up against this land, and destroy it. Then said Eliakim the son of Hilkiah, and Shebna, and Joah unto Rabshakeh, Speak, I pray thee, to thy servants in the Syrian language, and talk not with us in the Jews' language in the ears of the people that are on the wall. But Rabshakeh said unto them, Hath my master sent me to thy master, and to thee, to speak these words? Hath he not sent me to the men which sit on the wall, that they may eat their own dung, and drink their own piss with you? Then Rabshakeh stood and cried with a loud voice in the Jews' language, Hear the word of the great king, the king of Assyria. Let not Hezekiah deceive you, for he shall not be able to deliver you out of his hand, neither let Hezekiah make you trust in the Lord, saying, The Lord will surely deliver us. Hearken not to Hezekiah, for thus saith the king of Assyria, Make an agreement with me by a present, and come out to me, and then eat the every man of his own vine. Thus saith the king, Until I come and take you away to a land like your own land, the Lord will deliver us. Hath any of the gods of the nations delivered at all his land out of the hand of the king of Assyria? Where are the gods of Hamath, and of Arpad? Where are the gods of Sepharvaim, Hena, and Ivah? Who are they among all the gods of the countries? But the people held their peace, answer him not. Then came Eliakim the son of Hilkiah.
Chapter 19. And it came to pass, and he sent Eliakim which was over the household, and they said unto him, It may be the Lord thy God will hear all the words of Rabshakeh, and will reprove the words which the Lord thy God hath heard. Wherefore lift up thy prayer for the remnant that are left. So the servants of King Hezekiah came to Isaiah. And Isaiah said unto them, Thus shall ye say to your master, Thus saith the Lord, Be not afraid of the words which thou hast heard. Behold, I will send a blast upon him. So Rabshakeh returned, and when he heard say of Tirhakah king of Ethiopia, Behold, he is come out to fight against thee, he sent messengers again unto Hezekiah, saying, Shall ye speak to Hezekiah king of Judah, saying, Let not thy God in whom thou trustest deceive thee, saying, Jerusalem shall not be delivered into the hand of the king of Assyria. Behold, thou hast heard what the kings of Assyria have done to all lands, by destroying them utterly, and shalt thou be delivered? Have the gods of the nations delivered them which my fathers have destroyed? Gozan and Haran and Reseph, and the children of Eden which were in Thelazar. Where is the king of Hamath, and the king of Arpad, and the king of the city of Sepharvaim, of Hena, and Ivah? And Hezekiah received the letter of the hand of the messengers, and read it. And Hezekiah went up into the house of the Lord, and spread it before the Lord. And Hezekiah prayed before the Lord, and said, O Lord God of Israel, which dwellest between the cherubims, thou art the God, even thou alone. Lord, bow down thine ear, and hear. Open, Lord, thine eyes. The truths, Lord, the kings of Assyria have destroyed the nations and their lands, and have cast their gods into the fire, for they were no gods. Now therefore, O Lord our God, I beseech thee, save thou us out of his hand. Then Isaiah the son of Amoz sent to Hezekiah, saying, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, Say that which thou hast prayed to me against Sennacherib king of Assyria I have heard. This is the word that the Lord hath spoken concerning him. The virgin, the daughter of Zion, hath despised thee, whom hast thou reproached and blasphemed? And against whom hast thou exalted thy voice? By the messengers thou hast reproached the Lord, to the sides of Lebanon, and will cut down the tall cedar trees thereof. I have digged and drunk strange waters, and with the sole of my feet have I dried up all the rivers of besieged places. Hast thou not heard long ago how I have done it? Now have I brought it to pass. Therefore their inhabitants were of small power, but I know thy abode, and thy going out, and thy coming in, because thy rage against me, and thy tumult is come up into mine ears. Therefore I will put my hook in thy nose, and this shall be a sign unto thee. Thou shalt eat this year such things as grow of themselves, and in the 3rd year sow thee, and the remnant that is escaped of the house of Judah shall yet again take root downward. For out of Jerusalem shall go forth a remnant. Therefore thus saith the Lord concerning the king of Assyria, He shall not come into this city, nor shoot an arrow there, nor come before it with shield, nor cast a bank against it. By the way that he came, by the same shall he return, for I will defend this city, to save it, for mine own sake. And it came to pass that night, so Sennacherib king of Assyria departed. And it came to pass, and Esarhaddon his son reigned in his stead.
Chapter 20. In those days was Hezekiah sick unto death. And the prophet Isaiah the son of Amoz came to him. Then he turned his face to the wall, and Hezekiah wept sore. And it came to pass, afore Isaiah was gone out into the middle court, Thus saith the Lord, the God of David thy father, I have heard thy prayer, I have seen thy tears, behold, and I will add unto thy days 15 years. And Isaiah said, Take a lump of figs. What shall be the sign that the Lord will heal me? And Isaiah said, This sign shalt thou have of the Lord. And Hezekiah answered, It is a light thing for the shadow to go down 10 degrees. Nay. And Isaiah the prophet cried unto the Lord, and he brought the shadow 10 degrees backward. At that time, Baladan, the son of Baladan, king of Babylon. And Hezekiah hearkened unto them, and all the house of his armor. Then came Isaiah the prophet unto King Hezekiah. And from whence came they unto thee? And Hezekiah said, They are come from a far country, even from Babylon. And he said, What have they seen in thine house? And Hezekiah answered, and Isaiah said unto Hezekiah, Behold, the days come, that all that is in thine house, and that which thy fathers have laid up in store unto this day, and of thy sons that shall issue from thee, which thou shalt beget, shall they take away. Then said Hezekiah unto Isaiah, Good is the word of the Lord which thou hast spoken. And he said, Is it not good, if peace and truth be in my days? And the rest of the acts of Hezekiah, and all his might, and how he made a pool, and a conduit. And Hezekiah slept with his fathers, and Manasseh his son reigned in his stead.